After 200 years under Spanish oppression, Central America had finally declared its independence. But, unfortunately, this wouldn't last. 2 months later, Mexico, now free from Spain as well, saw the weak Central American nation and was like, "So, seeing as y'all are pretty small and weak, and not to mention, broke, why don't you just join us? I promise it'll be worth your while. What do you say? Union? I don't know. It's cool, don't worry. But hey, I did send around 200 men down there. Not threatening you or anything, but they will make sure everything goes smoothly, so yeah, your choice." With this passive-aggressive threat, Central America, under the control of Guatemala, held what is known as a cabildo, a vote, to decide whether or not to willingly join Mexico, to which a majority of the voters agreed. And so on January 5th, 1822, Mexico had annexed Central America. Hi, before going any further, just wanted to say thank you for clicking on the video. If you enjoy the content and would like to see more in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, back to it. The only problem now was a bunch of Central American nationalists clearly hated this idea. See, Central America's government was divided into two sides, the conservative elites and the liberal Republicans. The conservatives, being made of a bunch of rich nobles who had enjoyed tons of privileges under monarchy, liked the idea of keeping those same benefits under Mexican rule. Mexico was still a junta at this time, but would soon be a monarchy. Therefore, unification with Mexico wouldn't have just given the elites what they wanted, but would have provided a government they were used to. The liberal Republicans, on the other hand, were a different story. Literally having just announced a Spanish king not even 6 months ago, they weren't looking to get back into a relationship. This caused them to do what any rational group of people would do. Leave?
Leave!
And then there were four. Agustin Iturbide, wanting to get things under control as quickly as possible, sent troops along with Guatemala to deal with these rebels, state by state, starting with El Salvador. On the 3rd of March, 1822, the Mexican and Salvadoran forces clashed with what seemed to be a clear victory for Mexico. But, in an amazing turn of events, the Mexicans were quickly defeated by a bunch of badly equipped guerrilla fighters. How embarrassing. The general in charge of this humiliating defeat was immediately replaced with a more competent man who conquered San Salvador just a month later. After a year of guerrilla fighting in Central America, Iturbide decided to replace Guatemala's governor with a new guy and told him to get under control. The new governor, a guy named Vicente Filasola, did just that. Soon after, El Salvador was finally pacified, but there were still 2 states left to go. Just when Filasola had put on his boots to go stomping into Nicaragua, Iturbide's empire had collapsed. Seeing no real point in conquering anymore, he set up a meeting with all the Central American states, where they came up with a similar plan as before. "So, clearly a king is not the way to go. Any ideas?" "I have a plan. It is a plan so powerful, so revolutionary, so dangerous it'll..." "Is it to leave?" "Yeah, it's to leave." "All in favor?" "Wait, what if we leave, but we don't know how to agree on anything, and we end up splitting up more than this time?" "Jose, shut the hell up. I love you, but you gotta get off the drink. This is ridiculous." "All in favor?"
Aye.
And on July 1st, 1823, Central America declared its independence once more as the sovereign nation of the United Provinces of Central America. The name wasn't catchy enough though, which caused them to rebrand as the Federal Republic of Central America.